Well, greetings and salutations, everybody. Um, in case anybody's wondering why you actually can hear me this time, is because I wanted a new mic and I ended up receiving a new mic. And ironically enough, it's called a Rainier. So, um, yeah, who'd have thunk it? Anyway, so Riley came to me. Well, let me back up real quick here. Uh, First of all, I would like to hope that everybody has looked under my last hangout and seen the pinned message that I left. I was talking about, well, actually, Sean and I were both talking about um, the the marker that Subarats had for his Mount Rainier, and because I had a blurry picture and only had like 2 seconds with it. Um, I did say that it was going to need some further scrutiny before I even made something solid about it. And well, somebody actually took a couple of minutes out of his time, her time. Somebody named JS, and actually did a superb job of lining up the numbers as I was trying to do in PowerPoint, but he did it in a much finer way. And yeah, and so unfortunately, the um, yeah, the marker that he used, it wasn't cut, or it doesn't appear that it was cut or trimmed. So like I said, it needed further scrutiny, and I must have said that probably about 4 or 5 times through that thing. So, um, but whatever. But look underneath my in the comments section at the imgur that JS posted. I also linked it in my pinned comment, and that was a fine job that JS did on that. So, Halisha. And so, now to today's subject. Now, some of you have probably heard, and I've only been recently made aware of. I think Sean brought it to my attention that now there's all this stuff about uh, Pikes Peak. I mean, if you can't win flat Earth with two mountains, why not go for one? And the and we had brought that up in a hangout that we were doing on Sean's, and I think we might even have done a little bit on mine, but I don't remember. Sorry, man. The holidays just screws up your mind. And yeah, Riley wanted me to model something for him without modeling it. He wanted to see the math, but I mean, if I'm to show him the math, then then I'm using presupposed numbers or something like that. All that crap. And but I modeled it out and I put it on. I had it open on Sean's Hangout, and Riley kept on running around saying that I didn't do it and I didn't make it and I didn't, all that crap. So so Riley came to me and in a comment today and said that he wanted to get a link next time I went live. And well, as it turns out, I had a little bit of time this evening. Uh, I'm only going to do this for an hour. So, however it turns out after an hour is however it turns out after an hour. I'm not trying to stay up all night and uh, and hear this crap. So, uh, so I see that Riley made it into the chat. Let's see here, and let me go ahead and send the link over there. Do, 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 do. Uh-huh. See, reply. V, and off it goes. All right, it should be in your email there, Riley. And I also see that Riley also sent a message. I only open this up when I'm expecting a message. And what do you call it? Pass a link on or pass a message on to Soundly. Uh, Something about having respect for putting his face on camera. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Um, I'm sure he's gonna feel all warm and fuzzy inside about that. So let's see. See what we got here. Waiting on Riley.
Hello, Sly. I don't hear you.
Because I wasn't saying anything.
Ah. Well, hello. How are we this evening?
All right. So what you got, man?
Let's talk about this Mount. What's it called? Pikes Peak.
Pikes Peak.
Yeah.
What about it?
Well, you can't see it on a ball, Sly.
Really? Why is that?
Because it's fell into the curve, Sly.
It's fell into the curve.
Yeah, all of it.
All of it.
Yeah.
How's that?
Because it's too far away. And we have that curve thing. The further away you go, it accumulates curve. That mountain falls right into it. All of it.
And how did you determine this?
Well, a variety of different ways. I've double checked it. Seems to be good to me. I tried to watch the bit that I asked you to do, and it was too convoluted. I couldn't find a part. That even though you time stamped it, it took that long for me to work out what was a simple question, and I lost interest with it because it takes too long. All I asked you to do was a side elevation profile, the way Conspiracy Cats did. Show me the geometrics and tell me what the answer was. Can we see it on a ball or not?
You mean that one?
Yeah. Go on, then. You can talk me through this.
It shouldn't be anything new to you. You've seen me do this before.
Sure.
And oddly enough, before you guys even brought in the whole prominence thing, and you'll see this also on Sean's Hangout, is I also have added these couple little points in here, because what I did was I took the elevation profile available in Google Maps, and I just hit the high and low points between the observer and Pikes Peak to find out exactly where it was, how much of the mountain would still be visible even above the highest points in between. And mountain's still visible. So
okay, so let's try improving that. So the observer, what height have you got the observer at? Are you working? I'm assuming you're working in meters.
Yes, yeah? I am working in meters. And the height that I have the observer at, oh wow, that's actually part of the group. Oops, hold on. I got it all in the same group. Come on, stop. You bugger. Get off there. All right. The height I have met is 1,636 meters.
Yeah, that's what I got. I got him at 16. Hang on.
And I got him dead. Oh, I'm sorry. I actually have him a little lower. My bad. I must have been moving it.
1634, did you get him at?
I have 1636 on that on the on ramp to the highway.
Okay. And did you get the total distance at 132 miles?
I have the, I think I took the tape off there, but I'll go ahead and measure for you right here. Let's see here. Oh, I think the tape is on the flat one. I can do it both ways, though it doesn't matter. Take this off of here, and let's go ahead and find out what the length is. And this time I got no blocks for it. This time I just put a tape up. That's all. And go all the way back to the beginning of that and find out what that distance is. And that distance is, I have that, what? Why does it only say 2? Ah, okay. My bad. 213 kilometers.
Yeah, that's good enough. And then, so the one that you're on there, that's the flat plane, yeah?
Yeah, that's the flat one. The only reason why I did it across the flat one, I mean, I could do it here on the curved one, but you see they're identical. The only difference is that one's curved, one's not.
It's all right. So the triangle you've got at the on the flat one at the top, the far right triangle, I'm assuming is the mountain.
Well, that's the base of the tape. That's just the icon for the tape, but the green line is goes out to the measurement of the height of Pikes Peak, which is, I have 4,207 meters.
Oh, okay. I've got it at 4,302, but what was your source for that? Was it?
Oh, yeah. How the hell did I get that? Wait a minute. Were me and Sean messing with this? Hold on. My bad. What was it again? I'm sorry.
4,302.
4,302. Okay. A whole nother 100 meters. Not going to make very much of a difference. See, because it only moved it up that much. So that's the tape height. And let me make sure that that other one is at the same. Yeah, I was measuring hidden height here, so I'll just get rid of that. Do, 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 do. Yeah, I got that at 4207 as well. Hold on. So 4302. Well, I got that messed up. Oh, it's even higher. So
Yeah, it's in your
okay.
favor. Yeah. So how do we know? How would you be able to demonstrate the curve on the bottom one to show that the curve is the radius of the Earth?
Okay, well the way I do that, and it's the way I've done it every time. Um, Typically, what I do, it's usually we deal with things that are a little bit closer. So what I do, I'll show you this, is I'll make a track, right? Just so you can see it's both of them. I'll make a track, and see this like ladder looking thing here.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, now I'll make a track that is 111.319 units long. Okay, which my units in this case would be kilometers. Same thing as you just saw with the heights. You know, the whole unit is kilometers. But I do 111 units long. I break it up, also do it into 111 pieces. But since this one's more than 111 kilometers, I did two. Okay. Now, actually, in total, I do four because I don't like to keep on repositioning the camera, and it always bends in the middle. So, and then what I do is I go back to the front, and then like this. Right now, you see I have it bent at 4 degrees because it is four individual segments of 111 kilometers, which is the breakdown of the stated circumference of the Earth broken down into single degrees, which is 111 kilometers, 111.319 kilometers per 1 degree. So I have four segments of that, so that equals obviously 4 degrees.
All right. Right,
And
that's
then
quite convoluted, isn't it? Let's just check it. Can you measure for me the height from the where the camera is? I know that's where the observer is, but if you go down to where it meets the Earth,
yeah,
measure.
that is that.
Yeah, yeah, where it meets the Earth there, measure down to the end of the curve so that we get the drop value, so I can compare it to what it says on one of the curve calculator things, because we should have the same drop value, right?
Okay, you kind of lost me on what you're looking for.
From the
Yeah,
camera.
I mean, if you want drop value, I can give you that, but
Yeah, I want you to
just
measure
the
the
way you
drop.
worded it sounded all
Yeah,
wonky.
I want to compare what you've got for the curve, the drop value on, basically make the drop value out of what you've got on the screen.
Sure, no problem. Hold on a second. So what I need to do is actually get a level. So I'm just going to draw a square or a rectangle because that will always have four straight lines. Now, what I'm going to do, stretch that out like that. Now the drop value that they have on the curve calculators, they do that from the observer height, right?
Well, if you put your eye height as 0 and then put in your distance at 132, it gives you a
Well,
drop. It gives you a drop height, and if you've got your curve right, it should give you a drop the same.
well, hold on. Let me check something here. I just want to look real quick because I don't want to become a soundbite. Hold on a second.
Would I do that?
Sometimes I question if you can read, buddy. Let's see here.
Touché.
All right, so they get their okay. Drop is okay from the surface of the Earth
Yeah,
below the observer. Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
If you've got your curve bit right, you should get a
Mhm.
drop value of 3540 meters.
Okay, so I need to get. Did I stretch that out far enough? Yes, I did. Okay, so let me make sure that I'm getting this right at the ground. There's the ground. Okay. Now the drop value should be what?
3540.
3540. Okay, let me get a tape. And we'll just measure it off. So from here. Oops, I still got it at. Hold on. I still have it set as a specific length. Hold on.
No worries.
Is that the one? Is that the one I was on? Yeah, that's the one I want. take that specific length off there. And let's see. Drop should be right to there. Get right up on there. Close as we can get, at least. And I have 3,560.
3560.
Yeah.
3540. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Plus, I have it a little bit further down the curve. Excuse me, because I didn't want them to be overlapping each other, so we can cleanly see what it was. So
that's all right. I'm all right with that.
Inside of 10, inside of 10 meters.
Sure. So now, where's your elevation for your mountain on where you've got your there in that area?
This is the mountain, the green to the left of it. That's why I didn't want to overlap them.
All right. Do you want to delete that line that you've just put in then, just so it keeps it clean?
Wait, which line?
You know the height one that you just measured.
The drop height.
Yeah. Just get rid of that one.
Oh, we'll leave it there. But what's up?
What I want to see. Sorry, I'm just trying to stop coughing into the mic so that you don't get deafened. So the mountain height is what the bigger line that protrudes, right?
Yes, it's the one that goes above the pink line here.
So what is the bit that goes above the pink line? How much does that measure?
Oh, how much is that? Well, it's going to be the mountain height minus 3,000 whatever we just measured. But I'll measure it off for you.
Yeah, you're right. It should be the mountain height minus that roughly.
Yeah. Hold on, let me put this right next to it.
4.3.
That's about as close as that's going to
be. Should be about 800.
I got 740.
Sure, about 800. That's what I was expecting it to be.
Yeah.
All right, so zoom out a little bit now.
Okay.
Now, from the observer, have you got the observer? How much above the Earth curve have you got the observer?
I just told you that one, man. You not taking notes?
Yeah, he's in. All right.
1636. 1636.
And what's your tilt angle of the camera?
Tilt angle?
Yeah. Have you got your camera set at 90 degrees?
I'm not sure exactly what that's supposed to show, but I can do that.
Well, I'm just making sure that it's not pointing up or down.
That's probably about as close as that's going to get. Hold on. I mean, I can measure it down to the very last pixel, but okay, there you go.
So, are you saying so? Just go back in on the right hand side. Just zoom back in a little bit.
Okay.
What are these other dots that I've got in here? What are these other lines?
These guys here?
Yeah.
When I did the elevation profile in Google Earth, I mean, this was something that I did out of curiosity. What I found was there was a lull in the middle between here and another high point. Then it went down, and then it went up. And what I did was I just basically took the peaks of the elevation profile, and I measured those out, and just drew this brown line to connect them. It's just identifying terrain.
All right. So you're saying that the bit you've got protruding above the top's about 800 meters, right?
7 something, yeah.
So give me a sec. So then your model appears to be in conflict with what Metabunk says.
How's that?
Do you want to bring up a Metabunk page?
Sure. You mean this one?
Yeah.
Okay. And how is it in conflict with Metabunk? Do tell.
Well, if you go to the top, distance in miles, 132, right?
No, we're going metric, so the numbers match what I have on the screen.
All right, 212.
Okay, that's distance, right?
Yeah, 212.4 kilometers.
0.4. Okay. And then viewer height was 1632.
Sure.
Give you the number that you used. Okay, now what's the issue that you're having with the numbers?
Well, what does it say there for refracted hidden, normal hidden? 364 meters. How does that 364 meters compare to what you've got on screen?
Excuse me?
Well, you've got your distance in, you've got your height in meters, and then your
Mm-hmm.
hidden value equals 364 meters according to that. Is that right?
Yeah, it does say that.
Is that consistent with what you've just got on screen?
Hold on a second here. 60. Now, what do you mean? Is that consistent with what I have on the screen?
Well, the hidden value would mean the lower part there, right?
Lower part where?
Do you have the hidden value on screen now?
No, I don't.
So if you move the line back down to the tangent, wouldn't that then create your hidden?
Well, the actual hidden line per the math that's in a Earth curve calculator obviously doesn't take into account the terrain between here and there.
Sure.
So what it's going to do, I'm going to use the line of the camera just so you can see that I'm doing this. Now, hold on a second. Now, it's going to intersect, one second, get this in a good enough view here. Now, do you see do you see this portion of the line here?
Yeah.
Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to lower this this target here until this line hits the surface of the Earth in this drawing. Okay, as in the MSL surface of the Earth, not the terrain. Okay, because the Earth curve calculator doesn't know anything about what terrain you're asking it to approve.
Yeah, because that's effectively looking through the floor for the observer, right?
What do you mean? Well, yeah, it would. Yeah, I seeing the MSL in a mountain range. Yeah, that would be looking through the ground. So this right here is about fair, don't you think? I mean, that's the lines intersecting right there. Let's see if I'm. Wow, I actually hit that pretty fucking good. All right, so there's that. So now the target of the camera should reveal the hidden height per the geometry. And hold on, we get a tape. And I got ain't that some shit? And I might even be a little bit. Yeah, I'm a little bit low. 362 meters. Right here.
And what was it on Google? Oh, on Earth Curve.
364. and you'll have to admit I am a little bit low.
Sure.
Okay. So it matches what Metabunk says. Matches it to a T per that geometry.
So can we go back to the picture?
Sure.
You know, the picture of the actual what we see, you know, in the video.
Oh, I don't have that up, man. Hold on a second. You had it up on one of your videos, right?
Yeah.
All right. Now, is it the one that you said I'm too scared to do this? Is it that one?
Yeah, we'll get in there. Don't worry.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. Or is it on the one that you refuse to acknowledge that I actually did do it below the video?
It was too. I didn't watch all of it. Like it took too long to get there. I wanted it to be like what you've just done there, 2 minutes worth.
Let's see. Sleeping Warrior.
I'm gonna have to send you
Oh
an
my god,
email.
I hate that fucking sound of your intro video. I didn't like it in the 80s. I don't like it now. So which video was it? It was in this one, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. The one down where I actually did, yeah. The one where I actually linked it to you, yeah. And you said I didn't. So let's see here. Now we want to see. Oh wait, what am I thinking? I got this in a PowerPoint, and I actually cleaned up the video a little bit. Hold on a second. I did that the other day. Give me 1 second. Sort by date. Oh, did I put it in that one? No. Oh no, that was the Antonio stuff. What the hell? Oh well, I don't have it at the moment, so screw it. We'll just use the picture in the video. To the cleanest that we can get it. Okay, there's Pikes Peak.
Sure. No.
From that overpass.
Sure.
Okay.
No. Could you go to the email, your inbox, and get the file that I've just sent you on email? Just a JPEG.
Is it going to change what we have here?
Well, we're going to compare to what you say we should have hidden compared to what we have hidden.
Oh Jesus! And who made this PNG?
Well, it was already pre-made.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Where'd you get it from?
It was taken off the screen clip of one of the videos that people have been back and forth in over this.
All right. Well, let me see. Copy it to there. Yes. But this one, man. Oh, where the hell to go? Ah, you bugger. Let's see. Desktop. Sort by date. There we go. All right. And this is the image you just sent me?
Sure.
Right.
So could you just identify where you say the hidden, the amount of above the hidden is? Did you say it was 800 or something?
You done golfing?
Yeah, sorry.
All right. No.
The value that you said that was like unobscured, did you say it was 800?
Unobscured.
Yeah, the value that when you had the Earth curve calculator up,
Right.
we checked the hidden value.
Right.
There's a bit that's left over on the top. What's the value for the bit that's left over on the top?
Well, it's going to be the height of the mountain minus that.
So
which hold on. I can even just pull that up for you. You know, this isn't difficult math, Tony.
I know. We're getting there, don't worry.
Yeah.
So I'll pull up the calculator.
So the rest of it is go up to
4302 meters minus off.
Hold on. Get it in line this time. Well, I got 39 or 3940. That's what I got.
Meters.
Yeah.
3940. 3940. That'll give us what? 362. So are you saying that there should be 362 meters sticking up?
Sticking up from where?
Well, the curvature of the Earth.
Huh?
What is the sum that we've just done? We've done the height of the mountain less the hidden value, right?
Right.
So you're saying that the 362 is the difference. One minus the other gives 362.
No, no. I measured from hidden height to the peak. I just gave you the result, which is 3940.
3940 meters.
Yeah.
So you're saying that's how much we should see?
If there was no terrain and we were looking over water, yeah, that's what we would see.
Now, if you bring up that picture that I've just sent to you.
Okay. Hold on. Oh, shit. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Okay.
So do you want to mark off where 3940 should be?
3940.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. What do you got on here? What scale is this? This is in feet.
Yeah.
Well, this thing starts at 5,000 feet now.
Yeah.
Right.
So we've got the top of it. So we're going to have to convert your 3940 into feet.
Right. What I'm saying is that the 3 kilometers isn't going to visible is not going to be. It's going to be below this.
So 3940 meters into feet is 12,926 feet.
Right. And
So
you only
what?
got 14,000, so I would need to go all the way down to 2,000.
So you're saying we should see all of the mountain? Is that what you're saying?
No, that's not what I said. What I'm saying is that less any other terrain,
Yeah.
then we would see. Then that's exactly how much we would see. However, since there is high terrain between the two of them, we're not going to see that much.
So this image that you've got on screen, and where with the terrain that you're talking about, would you
Uh-huh.
say that this supports the position that you make or not support it?
You mean this line you drew here?
Sure.
Well, let's see, because that was my point in actually drawing. Let me get this out of here. We already know where that break point is now. That was my reason for drawing these this brown line here. I'm going to go ahead and move this out of the way as well, just so we can have some clean view here. Okay, do you see this? Do you see this brown line here? That's just that's connecting the tops of these
Yeah.
these intermittent ones here in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay, those were the high and low points of the terrain between Pikes Peak and the Observer. Okay, I mean it's only 4 points. I mean I wasn't going to draw out every single little stupid peak. Okay, but they were the high and low points between there.
Yeah, I get you.
And what I can do here is I'm going to split this just so I can get a better view. You'll have to excuse me for doing that because I want to make sure that I get as exact as I can. Let me go back to wireframe so I can see all the lines. Now I believe it was this guy that was the one that hit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back over here. Again, I'm moving the target for the camera as our view line, okay, our line of sight. And then drop this down. I want to make sure I get as close as I can. And was it this spot? I think it was this spot. Yeah. I think that was the one that hit first. So let me go back out to full screen. Yeah, those of the high points that were there, the first one here, which was only well, about a dozen or so kilometers out, that was the one that was going to show the ground first in your line of sight. Okay, which actually, as a matter of fact, lined up with the highway that you actually see in the way. And that gave us, this is the resulting of what we can see of the mountain right here. And I think there was actually one other small point in the middle there, but it was inconsequential. So let's see here. So from here up to the peak of the mountain is, oops, a little bit off there. Who are you calling? Are you looking to be coached or something? Let's see here. And I have 588 meters of visible Pikes Peak from the Observer. Hello, Tony.
Sorry, I wasn't. So much just come through. I'm sorry, Sly. I wasn't listening to you then. Something else was being said in the background.
Well, that's always nice to be listened to.
I'm sorry.
So basically, what we ended up here with is about 595 meters of visible Pikes Peak.
Okay.
Which, hold on a second, meters, feet. Let's see, 595
Sly.
is 1952 feet. So that means that this right here, all you're seeing really is down to about right above here, probably this little bit here and this bit here. And that's even saying that this is from the direction that you're looking at.
Sly.
What?
I've listened to what you've said. and I really need to go because I need to speak to somebody now. I'm going to respectfully and politely thank you for your time, but I have to go.
All right.
I'll get back in touch with you soon, okay?
All right.
Thank you very much for your time, sir.
I
I
hope,
appreciate it.
and to be honest with you, I hope everything's okay at least.
I need to go. Thank you very much, sir. I'll
All
speak with
right.
you soon. Bye-bye.
Go and get. All right. So that was that. And yeah, I mean, this isn't anything different than what I showed the other day in Sean's. No bad blood here, I guess. It's just what do you call it? It's just doing the math out the way it's supposed to be done out. Now, what I was talking about a little bit earlier about what I was doing here was I pulled out the well, I'll even show it. Screw it. What I did was that's something else I'm working on. Y'all can't know that yet. This was the view for the Pikes Peak thing, and then what I did. Obviously, this is reversed right now from what I was actually doing there on screen just a second ago. But basically, there was Pikes Peak, then there was a low point, then a high point, then a low point, then a high point, and then back over uh, to the observer. And I did that on purpose, and I measured out, where each peak was, where each point was, and all this, and then I applied that to the model. And this model was not made for rendering. This model is actually just measuring sticks. I mean, there's nothing in there for me to actually point out, but it wouldn't take me but 2 seconds to actually make it something I could render. But because what I was curious about was because of the height, the overall kind of mean of the height here over most of the area, I wanted to know how much of that was actually going to be obscuring the view of Pikes Peak. And the where do I have that? I just had his thing open there. No, that's not it. Oops. Shit, I'm hearing myself now. Hold on. Yeah, this right here. So basically what you got here, this right here was that area kind of in the front. And then there's a higher area towards the back there, which you end up seeing. And now you can see that it's not listed as an obstruction because that's not obstructing the lowest part. Okay, it's obstructing a higher area. So I mean that's all it really was. And even with the 4 single points that I used to adjust the terrain just to find out what would actually be in the way. And that's what I ended up with. So that's pretty much it, man. How much would be hidden on flat Earth at the same peak? Well, see that's the interesting part. See, because I have the same thing here, and yeah, you know what, Fino, that's a good question. Let's find that out real quick. I want to know how much of well, the truth is I should see a whole shitload of Pikes Peak, but there will be a piece of it that will be obscured by that mountain in the front. Now it's going to be far more than what was obscured on the globe. Go ahead and do this tape. I would say about looks to be about now if that let me check my lines before I start calling out numbers here. Okay, so this is right about on it. The other one's not even going to get in the way. Okay, so the only one that's really going to hit it is that bulk of stuff in the middle there, and it would actually be a bit lower. So hold on. And if I'm going to use the tool, I might as well use it to the best of its ability. So bring this on down like that. According to this, that's right on it. The amount of Pikes Peak that should be visible is 1.225 kilometers. And according to this elevation chart, let's see, 1.225 meters is 4,000 feet. So it should be down to about, well, 4,019 feet to be exact. So it should be just a touch over this line here. By no means here. Yeah, so the question is, how much at the top of the mountain do you see? Mine was pretty simple. But the more important question in this subject would be, how much? See, we looked at the drop here a second ago. Put that drop back into place. Now, the question is, what would be the angle that you are actually viewing the peak at? Because the peak is going to be a lot lower angle here than it would be up here, because the horizontal line of sight, well, it's going to be all the way down at the same height as the observer. So do you see this much mountainage above the visible horizon, or do you see this much mountainage? And to be honest with you, I think that's pretty self-evident. Because when he's zoomed all the way out here, and it should be right there. I mean, that's not much angular height at all. So so that's pretty much that. Once again, Metabunk is right about the height of things, right about angular size, right about perspective. I don't know if it's a P900, Sean. I really don't. Well, actually, no. This is Riley's thing. I haven't actually seen the original video, I don't think. So I don't really know. Explain why GPS works when cell service is out. Go figure. I've been working in electronic communications for, well, going on 30 years now. And oh, PD's back. What do you know? Hey, did you figure out what above and below the center of frame is, man? Well, last time I talked to you. I've been working in electronic communications for a very long time. And one thing that will always happen, is there will always be outages. Period. There will be. There will always be outages. And I would like to know from a flat earther exactly what technical service is out there right now ensuring that the terrestrial based GPS, as they all say, ground based, I would like to know how you get that to work everywhere on the planet. Everywhere. Yeah, I saw that too, Sean. But yeah. See, because you're never going to get that service to work. Okay, and I'm talking about I've worked with communication circuits that cost the United States government probably about a little over $1 million a month, and that's just one circuit. Okay, now mind you, those are few and far between. But spending that much money on a communication circuit, and yeah, I know what it's like when they go out, because guess what? they go out. What's up, Playtime? Tommy, the SketchUp Pro. Yeah, Nana's here. Idiot's here. Shit, man. Dang, Joss is here. Damn. So is everybody getting over their Christmas feast? I know I am. 24. I cooked a 24-pound turkey. Gil, good. Let's see here. Hey, what's up, Sapien? I didn't know you watched my shit. I did notice though when I was looking at something that Antonio did that you had to sit down with him. It's nice to see that the you weren't permanently damaged from that. Flat out, what's up? Oh, Marvel Girl's here. Let's see here. Where's Marvel Girl? Didn't work in your favor. Oh. Marvel Girl, make yourself seen, please. Marvel. Oh, that's right. There's usually a 15-second delay. Yeah, there you go. Hold on a second here. I've had several people recommend this. I'm going to go ahead and do this. Boom. Marvel Girl's got herself a tool. You know, watch out, man. I've seen her go up against people. All right. Well, let's see. Repeating question: Why is there no anti-aliasing in 3DS? What do you mean anti-aliasing? I mean in the renders you can apply all kinds of neat stuff, but in the viewport it's pretty cut and dry and clean. Now, Marvel Girl, they told me to make sure you don't put batteries in that tool there. All right. Well, something else that I would like to announce is coming. Number one, I'm going to be doing part one of my 6630 or 6680 test. That number will become apparent to you on the first part of it. I've already got it filmed, just got to cut it together. And it is also a test that other people can do in different locations. And I've already scouted out the locations that our boys in the UK can do. And they're familiar with the area already. All they have to do is go out there and film exactly what I'm going to film. Or, well, I've already filmed. Like I said, I got one more place to film from. And then I got all that. But, and it should be quite, quite conclusive. Another thing that I'm planning on doing sometime around January is I'm actually going to start a GoFundMe. I kind of promised myself I wouldn't do that, but there's a test that I want to do, and I'm finally going to answer the bendy water thing by I have designed a test, and it will be quite conclusive also. And but unfortunately, it's going to cost me. It's not an incredible amount of money, but it's just money I don't have. And what do you call it? It's going to cost me about $1,200. And so I'm going to be putting that together. And there's going to be some perks in it. You can get your name in it. You'll see why when I put up the GoFundMe. So it's going to be finally done with the bendy water thing. And because I just get so tired of hearing that. Even though everything shows you bendy water, I get so tired. What about bendy water? So let's see. If you have a SketchUp expert, I would like to get in touch with him in some way. I want to learn what you do in Max. Well, Hamster 54, you need to be talking to the guy in here, Tommy Grunwald. He's the yeah, he's the resident expert on SketchUp. He made me look silly the other day. But yeah, that's the guy you want to talk to. Tommy, make yourself known to Hamster. And as far as doing things in 3ds Max, I put out a link in a previous Hangout to something. Look it up. It's called Gmax, and Gmax is the light version of 3ds Max that was originally put out for games. It's no longer available from the manufacturer. However, the rights do belong to a 3D modeling website called TurboSquid. So just go ahead and look that up. All you have to do is register with TurboSquid, and you can get a key that way. And it's tons of fun. Tons of fun. Let's see. See? There you go, Hamster. Tommy just said that he just released a short video on how to use SketchUp on his channel. So, and like I said, the way he breezed through that, it was pretty incredible. And I even had a hard time following him because he was doing it so good. But if you have any problems with Gmax or something like that, feel free to drop me a line, man. I'll help you out on how to do that. And it's amazing. No flat earthers have done it yet, or at least haven't shown that they've done it. So, but like I said, that's all I got on that. Oh wait, oh shit. Hold on a second. Snark, thanks, buddy. Appreciate that. That's going to go into the pot for that. And like I said, I'm going to have to wait till it kind of warms up a little bit, so that the test will actually probably not happen till about February, maybe March. Because I want to make sure that nobody can ever say, oh, well, you know, the water was freezing and any other excuses. And it's going to be absolutely awesome once I get it together. So be on the lookout for that. I'll actually put a vid out on my channel, which will probably be the promotional vid that you put inside of the GoFundMe. So and then, you know, if, like I said, if you buy one of the perks, your name's actually going to be in it. So that'll be a lot of fun. And I am going to be censoring names. I'm not going to do another one that says Twat Earth in it. Sorry, buddy, but that really hurt putting that into that one the East Side test video. That really hurt. But I was like, hey, well, you know, what can I do about a username, right? But all right. So that's all I really got. And so if you don't hear from me, but you know, who knows, somebody's going to come at me with something. If you don't hear from me before then I wish everybody a happy and safe New Year's. And if you got neighbors that got pets and you know that they're scared of fireworks and stuff like that, man, be courteous. Go down the street or something. Because my dog used to hide under. You couldn't get more dog under my chair. Because she just wasn't having it with the fireworks. But and remember, for you guys in the U.S. and anywhere else who's been involved in conflicts the last couple of years, just remember you also have vets in your area, and those vets. Hey, thanks, Flat Out. There's some veterans that, well, they're just a little bit sensitive to the explosions. So, okay. So, ladies and gents, that was all I had, and I hope what I put out here for Riley was what he was looking for, and I'm sure it will be open to scrutiny to whatever end. Hey, Marvel Girl, here's your first one. He is 4 posts below you, big orange dot. I'll just close it out with this, because this is also going to be my New Year's resolution. People who come to my channel complaining about my content, claiming that I don't do research and I'm too lazy to go out and do things. Yeah, I know I promised I was going to do this last year, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it this year because I'm just tired of it. So let this also be just an open thing for everybody to know. If you come to my channel and you claim that I don't do research and you make claims that you are not prepared to back up, unless you're using somebody's third party crap, which I think is a cheap way out, I'm just going to mute you from my channel. I'm going to take a book. I'm going to take a page out of the Flat Earth Handbook and start getting rid of people from my comment sections, because who knows? Maybe I can make something legitimate out of this. So there you go. So, ladies and gents, I wish all y'all a safe and wonderful evening.